Shit, I've done too many lives today. I have to like download them all and then upload them on YouTube. I just realized that. Sorry. So I'm a hot mess express. You have to understand this. Like, I was diagnosed with dyslexia. I have hypoglycemia. I was almost considered borderline personality disorder. I have a diagnosis of bipolar disorder. I have anxiety disorder, post-traumatic stress disorder, and I've literally removed all of them except for hypoglycemia, obviously, because I have no control over that one, and dyslexia off the table. I've had an advocate fight for me and remove them off the table. Do you understand how bad you have to be to get all of those diagnoses and like what a hot mess you have to be? Okay, so you get it, right? You get it. It's hot mess express. All right, now if I can do this, if I can do this business, if I can coach you guys, if I can eat clean, if I can be sober for 6 years off a drug of choice 2 and 10 years off a drug of choice 1, you can do this too. Okay? If I am strong enough to do and be through all of the nonsense that I've been through, you can do this too. Okay? You have to like literally decide that you want to do this. You have to literally decide. Like, shit, I don't want to gain another pound. I'm done. F this. Every day I have to do something to better myself. Every day I have to do something to become stronger. Every day I have to do something and put good stuff in my body so I have the outcome that I know will push me forward. Every day you have to decide, because most of you have kids, every day you have to decide that you have to lead by example, because you are the coach and you are the leader in your household and your kids are watching you, and all of those little girls that you have in your house, and every time you look in the mirror and say ew, or when you try on an outfit and you're like, and you make that face, because we all make that face like shh, it doesn't fit. They're watching and they're going to imitate that. Okay, so you are the leader of your household. This group is going to be way more laid back. It's like a handful of us and a couple people joining us on the way. Okay, it's going to be laid back. There's not going to be a lot of structure. I do want you to just check in. Like, just check in. That's all I'm asking. It's my job to get you results, but I can't do it if some of you aren't answering my text messages. I can't do it if I don't know if you're even working out, or if I haven't seen you or heard from you in days and months. Almost, some of you. You know who you are. There is no going back. You have to understand. Like, when I became sober, I gave David all my drugs. Like, money in my hand. I gave it to him and told him to flush it. I'm ready. I'm finally ready to be sober. When I stepped on the scale and it was like that 9 at the end, and I knew 1 more pound would put me into the next set of digits, I was like, I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. Like, I'm not gaining another pound. I refuse to. I am deciding right now that I am done and I'm losing weight. And yes, I talk with my hands. I want you to know that if I can do this, a dyslexic kid with hypoglycemia, with misdiagnosis up the fucking ass, that you can do this too. It's a little bit of tough love this month. Maybe. We'll see. But either way, you have to understand you're worth it. Your kids are worth it. Your husband deserves the best of you. Your children deserve the best of you. You deserve the best of you. Like, I truly believe that the more you grow, you don't like ever really reach a goal. You just kind of like keep rising, pushing up one. See, I can do this. You can do this. You keep lifting up. You know what I mean? Like, I no longer use all of those as a crutch to not do shit. I no longer use any of those as a excuse to not do anything. Tie. Oh yeah, hold on. I don't use any of those to, oh God. It's a 20-pound cat here. I don't use any of those to hold me back anymore, and I've decided not. Are you not happy about this? I'm just. He does not look. Are you happy? Are you happy? Maybe it's the way he's sitting. I don't use any of those too, and I'm not saying like my way is the right way. I'm just saying, if you want results and you want change and you don't want to be here or in a worse situation in 3 to 5 years, you gotta do something now. Okay? I know this isn't going to speak to all of you, and some of you might be like, oh shit, she's right, I got to do something. To each their own. But if I can help one of you realize that you can do this today or this month, then so be it. That's my job. That's my goal, to do it. I absolutely love coaching. I absolutely love watching people take pictures of their Shakeology cup from their hand. Like, that's all you get is like, there's my cup. Treat yourself. Wait. Treat yourself. And then slowly it works up their arm until one time you're like, I don't understand why my mouth is always open. Okay, so like you have to understand, I can give you all the tools. I can give you how to meal plan. I can give you how to use Beachbody On Demand. I can give you the shake that's going to change your life. I can give you all of the tools, the measurements, the tracking, all of those things in every part of your life. In every part of your life. Especially if you're a coach on our team. If you actually dig into those groups and dig into the marriage group and dig into the financial group and dig into this group, you will get results one way or another. Like, this has helped me in every part of my life, without a doubt. Like, in every part of my life, this has changed my life. And I'll be doing this forever. So if someone drops off, I'll still be here and loving them with open arms and treating them like a new challenger when the time comes. So this has been 6 minutes. So you guys are awesome. You can do it. You need to realize you can do it. And you're going to think I'm corky as hell. And I know when I first started reading those personal development books that I talk about, a lot of times people are like, all right, that's corny. You know what I mean? Like, whatever. So I'm going to pull it out. So this is my, like, I'm going to show you a little bit of my planner. This is, where is it? 12-month goals, my priorities, and then it breaks up to 3 steps to each priority. I can give you a PDF for that. A habit tracker. This one. And you can see I fell off for a week because I was on the trip. So that's how I track my habits. So I know that if I'm falling off, I'm like, shit, I didn't do that. There is this paper I've been carrying around for a very long time. And it says, what is your why? Why are you doing this? What is the long-term effect from me doing this? What if I didn't do this? What would be the cost? What would happen if I failed? And 5 years from now, how would I feel if I failed? And I wrote down the answers to those, and it was like terrifying. So I read this every morning. I read this every morning too, along with the other one. So I know that my goals are set on track. I would really, really like if we all could read a book together this month. It's going to be a small group, so it'll be easier. But I want you guys to understand that personal development is huge in your growth. It's not only huge in your growth in, like, how do I explain this? The stronger you get mentally, the more you realize you're able to do things physically. Like, once what is the phrase? Your body will conceive what your mind believes. It's true, because I've been on that other side. I told you I was an addict. I told you I was misdiagnosed. I told you I had freaking diagnosis up the wazoo, and I got them all removed because I was negative, and I was, woe is me, and I was, you know what I mean? I was there, and now I switched it, and now I'm like, I'm a badass, and I can do anything. Whether other people believe me or not, it doesn't matter, because I believe me. This is I am, okay? So every day I read this. And you know what? I don't know, can you see the different colors in the pen? That's because I keep adding shit, okay? And anytime you have a self-doubt, you're like, I am lazy. Ugh. So you write down, I am energetic. I am not organized. So you write down, I am organized. If you write down, what is it? Like, I have doubt with dyslexia. I have doubt with my comprehension of reading your guys' messages, and it beats me up because I'm like, I know this is important, but it's hard for me to emotionally connect to words. If I heard it, I can emotionally connect. If I read it, it's hard for me to emotionally connect, and I struggle with that. So that's why it says I am smart, I am passionate, I am I have grace, I show love, I am happy, I'm understanding, I'm respected, I'm sincere, I am love, I'm a great wife, I'm a great mother, I have empathy, I'm successful, I'm passionate, I'm calm. Okay, so like those are, I can, I will, I have faith, I don't talk shit, I have routine. So these are things that I struggle with, okay? And it's just the opposite. You just switch it to the opposite, and I read it every day, sometimes multiple times a day, depending on like how my day is, okay? Also, if you're in a bad mood, go put on a song that makes you feel badass. If you're in a bad mood, go put on a motivational video from Chalene Johnson, Eric Thomas, Brendan Bouchard, Darren Hardy. Go put on one of those. If you're in a bad mood, go take a shower. If you're in a bad mood, go for a walk. If you're in a bad mood, stop what you're doing, find a silent place, and take 10 deep breaths. If you're in a bad mood, take a bubble bath, okay? Those are some things you can do. This. You're like, why is this chick showing me all this corny shit? I thought it was corny too, okay? Success leaves clues, okay? And I read a lot, or I listen to a lot of books. And there's a couple more, I'm in the middle of like 100 books, I feel like. But I'm addicted to learning because I spent so long refusing to learn, okay? So in almost all the books, they're like, write down your future. And I was like, whatever, write down your future. And I heard it a million times, and I finally wrote it down, and I read it almost it's not that long. Every day. I would say a couple times a week. And I add things to it too. Okay, this is me being successful, helping thousands of people, changing their lives. Okay? This is me doing that. And me being a successful role model for my girls. This is me living long and living healthy. And David living long and living healthy because he's successful and because he's part of my plan. It's in my plan. You know what I mean? Hazel growing up and being okay is part of my plan. That's in my book. Okay, that's me predicting the future, and if I read it enough, I'm going to believe it. So these are some of the things you can do. I'm going to pin a post at some point. Okay, we have a week. This is prep week. I want you guys to ask me questions about prep week. I'll pin a post with all the videos and PDFs and meal plans and all of that. But if you have questions, please just ask. No one's judging. This is a judgment-free group, all right? You need to have an open mind, and you need to understand that other people do things differently than you do them. And if you want to change and what you're doing isn't working, then maybe you should change what you're doing. Or maybe you should we have to just like respect the fact that people do things differently. Success leaves clues, and I follow my leader. I have coach. You know what I mean? Like, I'm the coach for you guys, and I have a coach, and I follow her because success leaves clues, and she is successful. All right? So you're probably like, why is your face like that? Ready? Woo! It's the magic. So I just want you guys to know that I'm here for you. I'm here for a year for you, and hopefully longer than that. But I'm in the long run. Okay? If you fall off, and that's your choice, I will be here with open arms when you're ready. You just need to understand that. The best way to create your future, the best way to predict your future is to create it. I was trying to pull the whole dyslexia thing. It didn't work. So you guys are awesome. You're badass. This is going to be a small group, so I want you to be plugged in. There's no excuses that the group is too big to plug in. There's no excuses. I set a timer in the morning, 5 minutes, a timer at night, 5 minutes, and comment on everyone's picture. Engage, please, because it's such a small group, it's going to be pointless if it's just me in there posting myself. Okay? I wanted a more intimate group this month so we can really focus on you guys, those quiet people who just watch from the background but don't interact. There's no reason for you to not interact. Okay? You guys are awesome. This is 14 minutes, so I'll shut up now. I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.